Everybody wave. Hey everyone, and welcome to Revenge of the Gith, Season 3, Episode 6. No, 8. We're halfway. I can't count. Leave me alone. I've been up for a long time. But, without further ado, we're gonna go, and you guys know the drill. Introduce yourselves and your characters. Go clockwise according to this layout. And we will start with our Dungeon Master, Mr. Robbie Rollins, and of course you have to come up with a question for us to answer in character.
Of course. Hey everyone, I'm Robbie Rowland on Twitter. I'll be your GM for this evening. And I think a two-parter tonight. First, since you all have leveled up, what kind of new fun tools do you have? What one thing are you most excited to do to show off? Maybe not tonight, but eventually. And secondly, what's your character's favorite kind of music if they had access to like all of Spotify?
Hi, I'm Montana. I'm playing Throck the Unsatisfied, a crocodilian Circle of the Moon druid, and I'm actually I changed the spell today, and I think it's gonna be really in Throck's kind of line of the way he is, and if it would be something on Spotify, it would have to be something like really primal, like Skrillex.
Oh my god.
Hey, so we all just learned something about Montana. That's the most primal kind of music you could think of. So There we go.
How I feel about that?
Alright.
And now for something completely different.
Oh,
Hi everyone, I'm Robin and I am playing Proserpina, the Tiefling Arcane Archer. One thing she got when she leveled up was another attack, which means another chance to really fuck with Rob's enemies. I love you, Rob.
as if you needed more. I love you too.
But now, if she could listen to any music on Spotify, to be honest, it would be Disney soundtracks. Let's be honest, that's who she is.
It's true. She definitely
100%.
would.
Bless Proserpina. Hi guys, I am Hope. I play Chatter, who is a Firbolg Circle of the Shepherd druid. He's also picked a fun new spell that is definitely going to help him prevent his party from dying more. Not that has been too much required recently, as
Is that
pretty
a
much.
That's not a challenge, is it?
I mean,
'Cause-
I don't know, man.
Okay, got it. No. Message received loud and clear.
Oh no, I'm afraid. Anyway.
You're good.
If Chatter were to pick a channel or playlist on Spotify to listen to, it's probably like forest sounds and ocean sounds,
Just
for like
like
meditating and
white noise.
relaxing, just like, that sort of stuff, not necessarily music.
Lo-fi beats to study, relax.
Yeah, or lo-fi beats to study too. He would probably be into that as well. Stream beats,
Hi, I'm Ember. I'm playing Alexander Bogmar today, and thing I'm most excited about. I've got some really fun site-based abilities that I can't wait to use. And come on, heavy metal. That isn't really a question. You know he's listening to heavy metal all day long, every day. I have a playlist that is literally just Alexander's music.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Obadiah, playing Hong Huzi, the half-drow warden extraordinaire, who has recently found another way to enhance, mutilate definitely not his, sword. Well, that I'll be happy to show off to you, and what he would be listening to is so much K-pop. Like, it's like just so much K-pop. Like, I'm not so much K-pop.
Some big BTS energy here. Like,
Amazing.
oh, I love it. Hi everyone. I'm Rosie, or Val, whatever you call me. That Velociraptor bitch. It's cool. I will be bringing Anja. She is our half-drow blade singer. As far as things she's excited about, she got Bigsby's hand today. So you can fuck up a lot of shit with that hand. Like, let's be real about this. So there's that. She also got True Seeing as a spell as well. So there's that. And as far as her Spotify playlist goes, she is the embodiment of the band The Birthday Massacre. So if you know anything about The Birthday Massacre, that is Anja, because there's just this lights little fantastical thing followed by big drow energy. Like, that is the embodiment of that band. So that's what's going on. Hey, Rob.
Yeah, I have a question, Val. So
Yeah.
I just got challenged by one of my players to kill you all. If I needed help, like maybe some re-rolls or free nat 20s, if only there was a way for the audience to help me do that.
Oh my god, if only there was. Well, oh my god, heads up. There's a way that this can happen. So, not just Rob, but everyone here, you can help us do shit. So, first thing you can help us do is rerolls. You can do that with your biddies. Every 100 biddies can grant somebody here a reroll. Anybody here a reroll, including the Dungeon Master. Subscriptions! Give nat 1s or nat 20s to anyone you see here. And, of course, just straight up donating money. Straight up just giving me money so that I don't have to pay taxes on it. Wait, IRS, don't dox me. Like, if you just want to donate cash to me, you can just make shit happen. Anything happen. Like, not anything, but really close to anything. Like, Rob, what are some things that have happened here?
Oh boy, let me tell you, we fought dirty sock monsters last week. That was fresh off the presses from one of our good fans. We had a battle in a soap factory, a talking squirrel, so many fun stuff. I have never said no or really modified anything. Proserpina still, when she roots around her bag, has a mug that if she ever drinks out of it again will make her pants fall down, or anyone who drinks out of it pants fall down.
Penis shield.
There's a penis shield that moans every time it gets hit. Like, we are... There's, again, you'd have to really try. I dare you all. Make a donation that I will say no to. I don't know what it would be. I honestly don't know.
And of course that just falls into our lines and veils as well. There are clearly things that we just do not roleplay here on this channel, despite the fact we are mature. Hey, also, just to let you know, guys, we are technically a charity stream this month. So, we're raising money for the Black Visions Collective of Minnesota. They are a charity, obviously, based off of Minnesota, that is, you know, motions vaguely and everything sort of ordeal. And if you kind of want to help out with that, you can !charity and make a direct donation. Or if you got a Twitch Prime that's just sort of like, hi cat, can I help you? If you got a Twitch Prime or not a Twitch Prime and you want to subscribe to the channel, Rob and I are meeting all of our sub points with dollar donations this month. I believe we have 23 so far in the first 10 days of streamings, so that's me and Rob just matching those. So yeah, so without further ado, Rob, while I take care of this small child that is a fur and my small void, please take us away. What do you need,
Yes,
boy?
so let us return once again to the world of Aureal, which a year and a half ago was invaded by the Gith Yankee, once thought of as simply raiders from the outer planes. They in fact appeared to have an entire armada. They came saying that they were going to once and for all wipe out the Illithid Mind Flayer threat. To do so, they booted out all of the civilized people from the Underdark, the Drow, Duergar, Deep Gnomes, that called it their home, and in doing so, turned it into their own personal realm to exact their long-time vengeance on the Mind Flayers. However, they realized that some Mind Flayers could have gotten out with those races they let live, and so have kept the surface and any place connected to the Underdark under martial law. And that has been the world for the past year and a half. The party is currently crossing the continent. They, having learned through multiple visions, the Gith Yankee have been messing with the planes themselves, first blocking Limbo off from the material plane, keeping their rivals, the Githzerai, their rivals and cousins, to be honest, from interfering with their little crusade, as well as there's apparently some kind of issue going on with this plane's connection to the Feywild, which our friend Chatter has found out. The players have learned the source and are heading there. On the way, they encountered Slug, a Hydra, a bunch of mimics, most of which were socks, and a pack of were-tigers, all of which the party handily defeated and have moved on from. They are not far away from the mountains, where the party has committed to two different tasks. First, going down into the Underdark to avoid crossing the mountains and doing some work there, as well as Alexander, through vision, learning of a giant figure that must be defeated in combat for a potential boon from Ares. So, with that, we just finished off. You all had just finished. Two of your companions were stolen away in the night by the were-tigers, who you had, pretty much just walked up and convinced to give some of their definitely not person meat away to. Then left two of your friends sleeping outside of the hut, where they tried to just take them away from you. But that has been stopped. And yeah, we are back to you. So the battle just ended here. So you haven't finished your long rest yet.
That's right. We're either naked or in our pajamas during this fight.
I am loving this bow right now.
So Anja's in a very fancy nightgown, as she normally is when she sleeps. Alex is naked. We all were in that tiny hut, by the way, except for the druids. The druids weren't, but there were the rest of us were in that hut. So, yeah, no. Is everyone okay? There was lots of fires and a tsunami, but I think, Throck, this is why you don't ask random people in the forest for their food.
Or if you do, make sure you finish mugging them.
I don't think that would have helped the situation, considering they tried to eat him!
Yeah, they would have been mugged. People don't get up from muggings. Especially not muggings you do out in the middle of nowhere.
Is that mugging, or is that just straight up being a bandit?
Well, what else do bandits do?
Tomato, tomato.
We were saying you should be a bandit then.
Not saying it.
Boy, I feel great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Are you,
make a perception check, Anja.
Oh my god. I'm not good at perception. I say that, and I usually I'm not good at perception, and then I roll
A classic D&D.
Don't
Yeah. I am terrible at perception. I am terrible at perception.
In fact, you disagree. Chatter was in the middle, got ambushed in the middle of the night. They wouldn't say
Chatter,
that at all.
I don't think you are good. I think maybe you're just on the adrenaline high from that fight. Come see. Let me just check you.
Right.
Yeah, let me just look you over, Chatter.
He just lumbers over to her and he just kind of crouches down, coming down to her level, just kind of does a half squat.
I'm gonna look all over Chatter to see if he's okay.
Yeah. Make a medicine check.
A medicine check. All right. I'm also equally not great, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Chatter, there's some burn marks, claw marks. You even see a pretty deep bite mark, kind of near the neck area.
I'm gonna stop and pause at this bite mark, and I'm gonna look and turn at everybody. We were fighting were-tigers, right?
Yeah, he did a pretty good
Yeah, these
job
aren't
on me,
tabaxi.
that little kitty did.
They're not tabaxi What are those,
Nah,
like, abyssal
I know those guys.
creatures? Like, clearly these are were-tigers, right?
There were definitely elves before. I recognize this one's pants. What?
Should I come over and try to cure disease?
It's not a disease, I don't think. Can I do an Arcana check
Yeah.
on
I'll call this nature.
nature? Oof. Maybe someone else should do that. Oh, no, I have a +4 to nature. I'm okay. I'm not okay.
Yours is better than mine.
Might be a disease.
It could be a disease.
I mean, like the slot thing was technically a disease.
Yeah, it could be a disease. It could, what do you have at your disposal, Alex? Because it could be a disease. It could be a curse. Like, depending on, like, what bit, like, Chatter, if you start rubbing your cheeks against things to mark your territory, you might be a were-tiger.
A were-tiger? Oh, I could hook you up with some guys. Yeah, that is really popular. Let me tell you what.
Well, I know a way we can check right away. Let's just find some catnip and we'll be good to go.
Oh yeah, let's just find some catnip. Throck.
Throck's like sitting at a tree, kind of like 20 feet away from everyone, just kind of staring at the group, being really silent.
Oh, Throck, are you okay?
Yes, good.
Not good. We're asking if you're okay, like emotionally. Did you also get bit? Wait, can you even incubate the virus that becomes a were-tigerness because you're cold-blooded?
Maybe.
Is lycanthropy like rabies? Is that how it works? She rolled a 10. Like...
I feel fine.
Did you get bit? Did someone bite you?
When I was in the fire form. Oh, and after, yes. Yes, I was bitten. I'm gonna go over here.
Oh my goodness! Your penises are gonna have barbs on them now!
How is that your
That's
problem?
not the worry. 100 times not the worry.
Besides, people
It's kind of a worry. I mean, that's not exactly a great thing to have when you're not a cat.
Even when you're a cat, I don't think it's a great thing to have.
I mean, but they have them, right? I mean, there's a reason. I don't know what it is.
I know,
If we wait till morning, I can get rid of it.
Okay.
I know at
It
least
is a
three guys who are into that. I'm just saying. At least. It's great odds.
I think.
Wait a second. Are you trying to...
What?
Are you trying to whore out Chatter? Are you trying to be Chatter's were-pimp?
Come on. Come on. Not even in the city yet.
Oh god.
Chatter!
What's a pimp?
Chatter, it is
Yes.
somebody...
Lania also. Yes, I also would like. What is this? Imp?
A pimp is a person who
Except like a
employs
notepad.
other people to have sex with other people.
Ah,
I mean,
interesting.
It sounds like a pretty good gig, I guess. I mean, if you with the money.
So,
But
by employees, they usually
when you
mean
go to one of your horses to
slaves.
have sex with another horse?
Mm.
No. Sorry. Usually when it's employment, it's enslavement.
Hey.
Mm.
What the hell kind of operation do you think I'd be running?
I mean,
Not
we
you,
are
other
half
people.
drow. It's kind of...
I was about to say, it's kind of in the blood, buddy.
we just... Listen, we're not those kind of drow. At least I'm not that kind of drow. But...
That was
Hunguzi.
strange.
In the Blood?
Uh,
Don't worry about it.
don't
You
worry
think
about
we
it.
should go to the Underdark still? I don't know.
I'm being angry.
No,
That's not
I-
up for debate. That's not up for debate.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
I think
kind of
Chatter.
something we have to do.
I think Chatter and Throck, if Throck can incubate it, will be fine until the next full moon. I think that's how that works. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on lycanthropy. That was like an elective that I took a nap in one time. But I mean, I got an A- on it, so I don't know everything about it.
Can I just say that whatever college you went to, that must have been one hell of a year. There's an elective for apparently
We
everything.
literally
Listen!
explored the entire campus, getting
I
my
meant-
ex-boyfriend to
I
scribe
meant the
for us,
classes.
and then you sat on him.
Anja's very, very, very smart and very hard worker. I'm not surprised that she learned so much in such a short time there.
Thank
I
you.
meant that there's a lot of electives. That's all that I was saying.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, if we want, I can get rid of it by morning. I'll just have to think about it for a bit.
Just telling you, there's a future in it.
I swear
What
to
do you
God,
mean you have to think about it?
if you can get rid
I
of
have
this
to
by
prepare
morning
it.
and I went and done and changed the layout, Mama's not happy.
Alexander, I would like you to roll a religion check with advantage.
Okay. Wherever my religion is. Oh, wow. Let's go.
Should be at base.
13.
That's enough for what this is. Just as a note, you are pretty sure, as you're thinking about like preparing your spells and all that, that if you remove this curse, that's kind of antithetical to what Ares would want, because this is objectively making Shatter stronger. You know enough about lycanthropy that lycanthropes are fairly powerful creatures. So you can do this, like that's totally fine, you're not going to lose your oath or anything, but it's not what Ares would do. So just keep that in mind as you proceed,
Okay.
as a paladin of Ares.
Give me like 2 minutes. I gotta go do something real fast.
Alright, no problem. So, you all are able to take a long rest unhindered.
I'm gonna put up another tiny hut because it's a ritual. So, prestidigitation, everyone who has like dirt on their clothes or on their form, because that's like
Gotta
yeah.
clean yourselves up,
Yep.
yeah. Great.
Cool. Everyone's allowed in the hut again.
Amazing. So, we'll probably have a little bit of a scene for Alexander and what he decides to do with Remove Curse, but we're going to start now into another 3 days. So, the last 3 days before pretty much you get to the mountains and have to find your entrance to the Underdark. So, if there's any scenes or things you want to be doing with spells during this kind of walking downtime, now would just be the time to let me know.
Well, if anyone has anything to send or to scry, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
We're out of character. I know we talked like a little bit at I think Molehill.
Mm-hmm.
Were we gonna talk more?
I think like we talked to the
I think
the molehill because we're like to start with a plan
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
what is
you
that?
out.
Oh yeah, that, and we also we asked him what does that thing mean, and he was
Yeah.
just like, oh boy, that's what you did. You better do well, kid. And
Yeah.
I think that was the end of that conversation.
So I guess
Because it was one sending it.
yeah. So I guess the question is, Obadiah, do you still want out? And I'm like, we're like elfie away, like speaking undercommon at each other, like so no one can hear. Because
Huzi I've learned something particular. Circumstances have shifted a little bit.
oh, what circumstances were that?
Not really my place to say. Don't give me that look. I got standards.
No, you don't.
Okay, I don't have those standards, but I do have some standards.
Don't make
Anyway,
me step on you.
For all you know, we might even be related.
Like that
Probably
makes
not.
any difference.
The point is, I know where she's coming from now.
How? How do you know where she's coming from? Like, we've been in the forest. How?
It's really not my place to say.
I mean, here's the thing. We put into motion the possibility of getting you out. I'm on not her great side right now, and I already owe her a favor for, Sephiroth back there. But, like...
I'm not saying I don't need options. I'm saying I don't want to burn her house down.
Okay, and you don't want to murder her?
No.
Oh, well, that was my plan. Okay,
like as soon as you say it, he unsubtly just reaches for the sword.
well, that's just like the most obvious way to get you out and out of her grasp.
Don't make me choose.
Don't make me make you choose. What I'm saying is that if I'm going to help you with what you need, I just need you to be upfront with me. I can keep a secret. Mostly, sometimes. I might...
If I tell you this, you're keeping it from everybody.
Including Alex, absolutely.
She's her daughter.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm. And she's so cute, and I love her. Damn, now I can't.
Yeah, this isn't her fault.
No, it's not.
And under the circumstances, I can understand.
I owe that lady a favor still. But you know what? I got it. This is good news. Okay. Thank you for being open and honest with me. It's between us, I promise. Not to say it during moments of passion. Listen, there's some weird things that have been yelled in those times. One time, someone was trying to... I just had it in my head that my favorite book was getting a reimagining, and it was just in my head the whole time, and I was just like, no, they can't remake Earthquakes, and everything just stopped.
You see how is he just blinking? It's like he can't he can't quite conceive of not focusing completely 300% on the sex during sex.
You just see her just space cadet for a second, and then you understand why it happens. Anyone needs Sendinger's crying. Oh.
I think I need to go pray.
Speaking of praying, Ember, now that you're back, what
He's losing it.
does Alexander do the next morning?
The next morning?
We're starting on 3 days of traveling to get right next to the mountain range, so
He'll before everything happens,
Mhm.
he'll pull Anja aside and be like, okay, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I know I shouldn't cure, or I know I should cure her of her lycanthropy.
him.
Chatter's a boy.
Hint, Chatter, I know. I know. My brain is there, I promise.
With a huge dick.
Yep, I know. Anyway, I know I should cure him of his lycanthropy,
Mhm.
but at the same time, I also know that it is against literally everything points to paladin-ness.
Vaguely motions itself.
Yes.
Well, I think the best way to solve this dilemma is to ask what Chatter wants. And because Chatter is your friend, we'll take it from there. How's that sound?
See, you have a better idea than me. I'm gonna keep my idea to myself next time.
Well, no.
Yeah, sure, I'll go
I
ask
just
Chatter.
had this conversation with Hung Huzi. You can't keep secrets from me. What was your idea?
I was just gonna. That's why I pulled you aside, because I know you'd notice if I tried this.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that I attempted to cast a spell and it failed. That was all.
You are going to lie to Chatter? You're really good at lying. He'd probably believe you. But he's also incredibly wise and insightful, so I'm not sure. Again, we should just ask Chatter and see what Chatter wants. Because Chatter might think it's great to become a giant cat person with a barbed penis. He might be into that. So,
Wait, does he get bigger? That's
do you mean does, Chatter get bigger, or does Chatter get bigger?
No, I meant, Chatter in general get bigger.
I don't know, he hasn't tried to do this yet.
He already towers over me.
No.
It's not fun.
Chatter!
Anyway.
Chatter! Come see!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, so, how are you?
He's not wearing anything because he's in the woods.
Of course,
so
he's naked as fuck.
He's in his birthday suit.
If Chatter's fully naked now in the bright sunlight, you can see Chatter's toned.
Don't worry about it.
Chatter's like
Wait, Chatter
Chatter's like Chatter was fairly muscular, someone who's lived in the wild their whole life, but now he's toned.
Oh boy. Okay.
Just tries to rise up
Chatter normally weighs 476 pounds, and he's 8'3". So I don't know, the muscle conversions, how much it would be now.
I don't know, but you're definitely heavier, and it's a visible difference.
Hi guys.
Eyes up here, eyes up here, eyes up here. Chatter, so Alex is ready to remove the lycanthropy, but he wanted to know if you actually wanted it removed.
What does Chatter know about were-tigers and
American nature check.
I would love that. And surprisingly, he's not proficient in nature.
Let's see what you have at your disposal, Hope.
You know less than Anja knows.
Hope, I would like to point out you have 4 rerolls.
Thank you for the reminder.
And 2 nat 20s.
I would love a reroll, please.
Go ahead.
I don't want to use a nat 20 because story reasons. Just in case, but let's do that again. Okay, that's slightly better.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
I will say that is enough to know. So essentially, as the word tiger, you are stronger. You're gonna have an enhanced sense of smell. You will take less damage from non-silvered weapons, but you do know that on the full moon, you will not be in complete control of yourself. And that's about all you know.
Well, I mean, if it is, in your capabilities to cure my lycanthropy, I mean, I would greatly appreciate that, as there are many benefits that come with being a were-tiger. There is also a bane where I, on the full moon, lose control, and with my size and my strength, I might maim everybody. So, I mean, it kind of depends on, this.
I'll be straight up with you. The reason why I am hesitating to cure your lycanthropy is because, if you don't know, as a paladin, we take oaths. These oaths grant us our power in addition to the gods. And one of my oaths is essentially completely against removing power from someone, but in this way. And this is a big power for you. So if you really, really do want this removed, I can. Just know that it is going against what I personally and what God personally believes in.
It could cost
Well,
him.
Alexander, the last thing I would want you to do is to do something against your god. As I understand it, paladins receive most, if not all, of their power from the god that they worship. So, how about this? I will keep my condition, but you have to make me a promise.
Okay.
And Chatter will like take his hands and like put his giant like mitts and put them on either side of Alex's face and like direct him to look like right into his eyes, and he's like standing uncomfortably close to him, like right up in his face.
You feel his penis touch your knees.
Which means you also are like bending down a couple feet, Chatter.
Yeah, he's like bending over, a couple feet to like.
I'm just sitting there blushing, like, are they gonna kiss?
Kiss. But Chatter like looks deep, like right into his soul, like kind of how you're like whenever you take your dog out to poop and he like looks at you like you got my back, man. Like just that trust. And he says, on the full moon, if I lose control and I hurt anybody, I need you to do whatever it takes to stop me, even if that means taking my life. Do you understand?
Yes, but I'll also offer you this. I'm going to make sure you don't hurt anybody. And I'll do what it takes to do that.
Sounds like a plan, then.
Okay.
Oh, you're
And he'll,
friends
like-
now.
And he'll let go of his face. But first he does like a little like forehead touch, like kind of like a bro thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and then Alexander is going to go and write in his journal for a minute. So, because he has some plans to make, especially.
Great. So, anything else in the next like 3 days that any sending, scrying, conversation? Yes.
Yeah. I know the next day, Throck in the morning, he's gonna want to find a tree, like the oldest one he can find.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna cast Speak with Plants. He's gonna walk up to the tree and he's gonna be like, I need some advice.
Wait. Speak up.
Sorry.
Stand up straight.
I ate human first time ever it being cooked, and it
You should eat more. You're skinny.
Oh, sorry. Wait, what?
You should eat more. You look so skinny.
I'll do that. I'll eat more. But I just wanted some advice about talking to my friends about how I don't ever want to eat them, but I really, 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 really enjoyed eating their people. How do I talk to them about that without them making...
Well, first off, don't mumble. Nobody can hear you if you mumble. All right. Good. Well, son, it's a age-old problem, isn't it? I think you need to are they good prey or are they what?
They're good allies. They're good friends. They're delicious. I think they had maybe some like salt with it, which complemented the dark oils.
Well, there you go. Just explain to your friends that they don't have salt on them. Therefore, they wouldn't taste as good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, maybe explain that if you wanted to eat them, you would have already, right?
Right.
Because
Yes.
if you wanted to eat them, you wouldn't be lazy, right? You wouldn't be lazy, right?
No, of course
That's
not.
right. That's right. You young folk need to have a good work ethic
Right. Thank you
to
for
get things done.
Right. Thank you for the advice.
Hurry. Where's my grandchildren?
I think right there.
Oh, yes.
There,
Oh.
and there.
Stop it. It's like you see tooth like a sapling. God, you're so embarrassing.
I'll leave you to have a nice day
No,
with your
listen
family.
here, young one. So
He starts walking away.
he begins going on a very long diatribe, scolding this little tree.
Cool. That's it.
No problem. Though it sounds like you're gonna then have a conversation around like the campfire that night.
I think he's
Or
gonna
will
like.
you be waiting?
He's probably gonna let it digest for that day, and then the following day after, it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
Great. So let's jump right in.
So I wanted to talk about how I enjoyed eating human.
Just slowly removes the food that I'm having for dinner from my mouth. Like, what?
I enjoyed eating it, but I really don't think that I could eat any of you because I can't cook you with salt. And I think you are all really good to be around, and I don't want you to die.
So, what would you do if you did have salt?
I don't know what to do with it.
He doesn't know how to salt his food. No one show him.
I can teach you how to cook if you like, Throck. I mean, it's very basic and rudimentary, but you know, it only takes a little bit of love.
I would like to object to this line of conversation because I don't like where it heads.
I'm not going to eat
Constantine moves
you.
behind Hunguzi.
You guys, Throck is not going to eat us. He's our friend. And while he might eat other things, he's a crocodilian. That's what they do. They eat things. And he's not going to eat his friends. And that's what's important. You must respect nature and how it functions.
Yeah.
I would also going to mention, speaking of respecting nature, you also don't go after prey that can most likely kill you usually. So
Usually.
I'm sorry, Alex. Have you ever hunted your prey with your teeth and claws and killed them in the wild and eaten them?
I do not have teeth and claws, but I have
Exactly. So you are not allowed to have an opinion on the matter.
And if I wanted to eat you, I would have done it by now. But I haven't. Right?
He just like puts his hand on the sword.
He's just kind of looking back and forth at everyone with his hands out.
Throck is not going to eat us. We have to trust him. He's our friend.
So,
I trust all of you.
Right, because we don't eat people. So Throck, so what if we run into other people?
What? Is that it? Is that the question?
Yes, do you want to eat more people that aren't your friends, that are just people?
Yes, I want to, but I'm not going to.
Okay, I think I'm starting to understand now. It's kind of like the temptation is there, But you are telling us that you are strong enough to resist the temptation, despite the fact that you, we be tasty.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just say, I don't think it would be that bad if he did, like, if he did want to eat people. I mean, we have enemies. We can eat them. As long as it's not us or innocent people, I don't see the problem.
So who gets to decide who is,
People who
conditioned?
attacked us and died in battle? I mean, if they died anyway, I don't see the point. Isn't the whole point of nature not to waste things?
Well, the human meat that he ate was cooked, so
Maybe got
Brock
one.
only likes cooked meat.
Okay. I was just offering as if he did want to, at least there was a way he could satisfy if he wanted to.
Anja.
We can't just go doing that. Like, you get a reputation when you make bodies disappear like that. I ain't in that.
I've buried everyone I've killed so far. What do you mean?
Anja takes out her wizard book and starts erasing all of her prepared fire spells and preparing them with something else.
Yeah, Throck actually looks at Anja and points at her, and it's like, she made this person turn to mist. The were-tiger. It, like, went in itself. It's like,
Oh!
isn't that getting rid of...
You want me to pull everyone into the black nothingness?
What? No.
Because that's what I did.
You're getting rid of the body. You got rid of the bodies.
It's not that I got rid of the body. It's just that it was crushed until it couldn't be crushed anymore.
I think the point he's making is that Hong Huzi said if we don't leave corpses behind anyway, half the time.
You can't leave corpses behind.
I told you already. I tend to bury the dead.
Yeah, sure, but they're still around. Like, we're not like killing people, taking their bodies to be eaten. Like, you should not do.
I think. Okay. I don't see the problem with it. I would be honest.
Goddamn cops.
What? That's opposite. This is the exact opposite. It is technically illegal, sir.
Yeah, was that ever
I'm advocating. Okay. You know what? I'm easy.
Look, it's fine. I won't eat people in general unless it comes to a specific time where you need me to eat the people, and I will do that.
Okay. I think that's good enough for me. I'm gonna go do anything else.
Like, you finish eating your food and just kind of get up.
Yeah. Takes a lot.
Yeah, is you all like have a little trouble finishing your dinner? Probably everyone except Rock.
Listen, the fact is that the three people who have drow blood in them right now are all just like looking at each other thinking, that's fucked up.
I'd like to point out none of us are human, so I don't know why we were so scared of Thought eating
Some of us are half human, thank you.
Okay.
And I don't think it's the exact, like, I don't think it's that it's exactly human we're worrying about. I think it's the more humanoid section. So, on the third day of travel, unless there's anything else that people wanted to get done.
I did have something I just wanted to do that I forgot to do last week. I wasn't here last week. But,
what you got?
I am summoning up Petunia, and I am sending her with a two things now because something else came up. But one is a written message to. Oh God, I have forgotten the name of the person I was writing it to. I wrote it down somewhere. Give me a sec.
Okay.
I'll the second one. I'll do the second one first. It's going to be to my friend, the blacksmith, because I'm asking him if he can make silver chains.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, would I know silver chains?
I mean, roll a nature check. But yeah, no, honestly, like silver and lycanthropes are like hand in hand stuff.
Yeah,
So,
silver
and
chains.
to be clear, is this the blacksmith in Lindum?
No. The blacksmith from
In Malsha?
Greenright.
my brains.
In Greenright's Edge?
Yeah, Greenright's Edge.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So,
Yeah,
okay.
Greenright's Edge. Sorry, my brain is all over the place right now. Oh God, what was? Oh wait, we didn't know his name, did we?
Your friend's name?
No. Sorry, I just because I found where I wrote this down, and it just says the friend or slash husband slash lover of Lady Hareen. But I realized I don't know his name. I
The
don't know how to find him.
molehill, right?
No. The guy I saw in my vision. I just realized I don't know who he is, so I can't send a message.
That's correct. You don't know who he
Alex.
is.
Alex has never met him, and
Yeah.
I don't think he's made the connection.
No.
So, oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, I wrote that as out of character.
The person,
That was
yes.
Who that was, but
Yep.
I guess they'll have to go to Lady Hareen then, because she's the only one who would know where to find the Order of the Wilderness.
Okay. So you're gonna.
So what the message is there's three messages total.
Okay.
One to Lady Hareen, one to the Order of the Wilderness, and one to my friend in Great Knight's Edge. The one that is addressed to Lady Hareen is basically find a way to pass this message along to the Order of the Wilderness. And then the Order of the Wilderness is introducing myself and asking them if they have any people in what's the name of it? Leon Greythor, because that's where we're going, correct? To talk to the gnome? Or no?
So yeah, you can go to Leon Greythor. The first settlement you're gonna get to is Bronze Hill.
Or Bronze Hill, then. Bronze Hill, then. Sorry. So, if they have any agents in Bronze Hill and whether they can meet me. And then the one to my buddy in Green Knight's Edge is Silver Chains.
Yeah. Okay. So your familiar is going to be off doing that for a while because
Yes.
y'all are now fully 17 days away from Lindum, which is like another at least like 2 to 3 days away from Green Knight's Edge. So that's going to be a while before anything comes to that.
Yeah. I'm about to say, how long have we been traveling? You said 17 days?
17 days.
It is the 16th day of your journey when you send, or I suppose you could be the 14th day of your journey if you remember to do this at the beginning of this little downtime spot.
Yeah,
so,
it would have been last week that I had sent this.
So yeah, it's gonna be like a few weeks before anything comes.
Except for that being said, like you wouldn't know, but I'm assuming the Silver Chains is for Chatter.
Oh, right. The Silver Chains are for Chatter, so no, it'd have to be today.
So yeah, the 14th day then.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's gonna be a bit before the fruits of this labor. Great. Anything else before I do what I'm about to do?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay.
It's mostly just busy work, but Honghu's is gonna take some time to work on it. Work on his big, nice, great sword some more, because he's had an idea for a wonderful explosive alchemical addition, and he could make it fit without having to compromise the wonderful, wonderful craftsmanship on this blade. Of course, to a Gith Yankee observer, that this is definitely an abomination.
Oh, for sure.
But it
That'll,
works great.
that probably only motivates Honghuzi more to do it.
Yeah.
Now, this is my question as a DM. Is this something that you are just wanting to build up to in like something, in actual mechanic from your class you'll be taking soon? Is this something you already have? Or is this something
Oh,
you're
it
actually
is.
trying to just...
It is something that he got at 11th level, but he does take
Gotcha.
in-game
So you
time
just
to do.
want to narratively explain how it's happening.
Yeah.
Got it. That's what I just needed to know. Because like, if you also want to give me a, I think Honghuzi would try and do this with this weapon that I don't technically get with my class, like we can try and figure that out. But you got it. So other than that, anyone else have something? All right. So it is now the 16th day of your journey out from Lindum. You know that you can already see now the large mountain range spanning out before you to the west. It is massive. Most of you are any of you from the Malja area know that have seen this kind of mountain range before off in the distance. But it's huge. It is like it'd be quite difficult to pass in its current condition. But something other than the large mountain range does catch your eye. Further out, more basically outside of the reeds and vegetation of the riverbanks, you see in the kind of arid-ish hill land, kind of away from you all, you do see looks to be 3 towering shapes slowly moving across the horizon. Like judging from distance and stuff, these things are the size of like large buildings, just kind of like lumbering across the horizon.
Like towards us, or like
no, not necessarily. Kind of almost parallel to you, like parallel but opposite direction to you. Like they're headed more eastward, and you're headed westward. They're also not humanoid in shape. They're kind of almost like large domes, just kind of trundling about.
Should we be worried about that?
Not unless they dig.
What do you think they are?
Can make some history checks.
Sure, why not? Let's guesstimate. History.
What are we rolling a history check on?
So there are 3 massive lumbering shapes, not headed towards you, but just kind of moving across the horizon, not near the massive mountain range you can now see, or towards the kind of in the more arid, hilled range, kind of away from y'all. Yeah. So you're not exactly sure what these shapes are, but you know that kind of pretty much, other than there's some scattering of dwarves that live near the mountains, but for the most part, the only people that kind of live out in the more arid, hilly, and then past that almost a bit more like flat, arid, and desert land that is further that way. There are kind of a large amount of nomadic tribes of different races that live out that way. But you don't know what those shapes exactly are.
How far away are they?
Oh, they're quite a ways off. Like this is like on the edge of vision. Like they're basically just large silhouettes against the sun.
Okay. It's hot.
It is. It's in a weird spot though, where you're actually heading towards a mountain range though. So it's in a very strange kind of starting to become more temperate as the arid and the cold start to clash.
It's like we like to call it in BC, the Okanagan Valley. Alright. Well, I guess maybe we should just keep an eye out, make sure they don't sneak up on us, but we do have a tiny hut.
I don't think they'd be very good at sneaking.
Why not?
They're as big as houses.
Oh, they're that big.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
These are massive.
No, I don't think they could be sneaking on us then. Are they houses? They moving houses?
Maybe. They're kind of dome-shaped, generally, from this distance.
I can fly
I'm gonna
over.
say something. Chatter's gonna wild shape into a giant eagle,
Mhm.
fly up to get a better vantage point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't say it does not take very long before you can fly up, and you see with your eagle eyes, trundling across the landscape, three massive beetles, like just three humongous insects with kind of gondolas strapped along their shells, like these kind of towered structures with different buildings kind of built along. You see like ropes. There's like most of them have these massive horns coming up, and there's like a zip line that kind of like comes to, like, there's a watchtower built on the horn with a zip line leading to and from it. And then there is a kind of surrounding, there's a bunch of carts and horses and smaller, like like almost horse and larger size beetles. Like, it is this massive convoy of people riding these giant beetles and horses and wagons. You see some riding these kind of like large lizard-like mounts. It is a huge convoy, like hundreds of people.
Can I see what kind of people they are? Like, do they seem to be...
For that, I'll ask for a perception check. We do get advantage at for.
Yeah. Perception.
16. So you see a good number of like humans, elves, half-elves, dwarves, some halflings, but you do see a lot of, especially on the massive beetles, a lot of blue-scaled kobolds and dragonborn.
Oh.
You don't see any. You only see blue scales of dragonborn and kobolds.
Interesting. He's gonna fly back down and wild shape back into himself. It looks like it's absolutely humongous beetles with towers on them and a caravan of lizards, and seems like lots of blue-scaled dragonborn making their way.
It like blue and it's like, I remember this. I like how he's gonna I could pull the bow off his shoulder and kind of point at it like blue.
Blue dragons, yes. Dragonborn.
I don't think we should have anything to do with those people.
Blue dragonborn aren't the same as blue dragons.
Nah,
I smell
They're
somebody who's
all-
uncomfortable.
blue, and we just killed people wielding bows made from the bones of blue dragon. I'm saying, if we show up, they might object to what we did, and I'm not about consequences.
Well, what if... Sorry. Nope. What's going on? What if that's not the case? What if they're like, oh, you avenged our fallen brethren by killing those were-tigers that did that instead?
I'm not betting on that.
It's best we probably shouldn't interact with things that control things that big.
Okay.
Oh, but it must be kind of cool to be able to fly around on a giant beetle.
That is kind of cool. want a giant beetle. Looks over at Alex.
I have no idea what we're talking about yet.
That's on brand. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
So it's a giant. The things that have been spotted by the party is a giant convoy of 3 massive, like massive building-sized beetles with like towers and gondolas built on top of them. Gondolas not the right word. Buildings essentially built on top of them, and then like carriages and horses and actually some like other smaller lizard, like mountain-sized lizards and like beetles all being ridden by different kinds of people.
I mean, I don't see why not. We don't know who they are, right? We could just be like, hey, we're travelers, also traveling this road. How's it? Kind of thing, you know? I don't see the harm in that.
Not going where they're going anyway.
Oh, are they going a different way?
Yeah, they're kind of going... Yeah, they're pretty much going the opposite direction, but your paths are pretty much crossing at this point.
If nothing else, like, what could be the harm in at least exchanging a few pleasantries and moving on our way? One thing I did learn while traveling a lot.
You remember that time we got somebody got bit?
Okay, yes, I do, even though I wasn't here for it. I do remember that. But at the same time, what I mean by exchanging a few pleasantries is literally, hi, how's your traveling going, and moving on our way. Like, if we act suspicious by completely avoiding them, and they notice us, they might think that something bad is about to happen and attack us anyway.
They might not even have noticed us yet. I mean, they're pretty far still.
But you didn't get close enough to see them as a giant eagle. I mean...
Bandits don't avoid you first.
I don't think that it will be that big of an issue.
I
we might even have something we need from them. You never know.
I think if we do run into them, because here's the thing, it looks like our paths are gonna cross. Am I right, Rob?
Generally, essentially, you will be going kind of like this, but unless you take paths to avoid it, there's a good chance they will spot you all on the road because they have a very tall vantage point.
So
keep an eye out on stuff. So
the option is, if we don't want to interact with them, because if we keep going, we probably won't have a choice in it. We're gonna have
they'll see you.
They'll definitely see us, and then they have to have this conversation like we're having. So if we don't want to interact with them, we have to let them pass, which means we have to stop moving for a bit.
I'm gonna be honest.
And it also means Shatter needs to put his clothes back on. They're gonna be intimidated by that thing.
I'll admit, I'm at least curious about them. Have I ever seen travelers like this before?
I don't think so. I don't think you've traveled around this part of the continent much.
No, I stuck mostly towards the east and north. So
yeah. This is like the center of the continent, like the more arid and desert climate.
I'm curious about them, if nothing else. Like, I want to satisfy my curiosity a little bit. And hell, they might even know something about one of the things I'm looking for again. So just remember, I'm still looking for that giant in a cave, and they might know, especially if they're coming from that direction. I don't see the harm in at least exchanging messages.
I think the only one opposed to that was Obadiah, so you have to work it out with him.
Who?
Oh, excuse me. God damn it, Hong Hazy. Y'all, I've been up since 1 a.m. Leave me alone.
And I've been up since Saturday. Your point? Uh, Hongzi, are you really worried that they're going to be bandits or raiders?
I'm worried that they're going to think we were because we're carrying loot from people they might be missing.
And if it comes,
Hong Huzi, roll an intelligence check. Please remember something.
Sure. God, where's that character sheet? There it is.
Yeah, no, you don't remember. But everyone else, if you would like a reminder about something that happened in your interaction with the were-tigers, go ahead and make an intelligence check. See if your characters will remember this. Yeah, Andre, Chatter, you do remember the were-tigers bad-mouthing, quote-unquote, the tribes when you interacted with them? Like, they did make a comment about themselves not being, quote, the tribes, like, in a negative connotation.
I don't think they were associated with each other. Like, you're definitely making some interesting assumptions. Like, those guys, those bad kitties were very, they seemed like they were just kind of loners, and they were bad-talking any kind of outsider, and, like, the tribes and stuff, so... I don't know. Chatter, what do you think?
Also, I agree with Anja completely. And also, if they find us and see the things that we acquired, we can tell them the truth, that we were attacked and that we made use of what was left behind.
yeah. Again, like, I think if anything, they might even be happy that we took care of them. If they were some kind of, like, raiding party that are, killing travelers, and they aren't a raiding party that was killing travelers, it seems to me like that's doing them a service, if nothing else.
I think we're making a very big problem out of something that isn't going to be a problem.
Exactly.
As long as we're open and honest, if the situation arises, then nobody that has any sort of common sense is going to have an issue with that.
And if they try to attack us, we let Throck eat them.
Yeah. I don't see any issue with it. We're not going to attack them unprovoked. I doubt they'll attack us unprovoked.
Please don't eat them, Throck.
Unless they attempt to kill us, then you can eat them.
Brock doesn't eat food unless it's cooked.
That is true. And
I'll cook it. Don't worry about it.
you're not gonna cook the people. Oh my god! No! I will end this relationship if you cook people for anyone.
Aw.
That is a hard line for this.
It's just meat.
It is a hard line for this.
Okay,
I will send you back to Malja, sir.
Anyway.
So the bone bow is made from blue dragon,
Yes.
and these are blue dragonborn.
Yes.
Do they follow blue dragons?
They're all blue, so I'd be shocked if they didn't.
So we have a bone from the thing they worship. Isn't that a bad thing? Wouldn't that make us their enemies instantly?
But we didn't kill them, and if nothing else, we can go, listen, we found this on the Tiger Folk.
You'd be surprised how never that works.
Out of character, Rob, what color was our stupid dragonborn friend in Malja? Wasn't he red?
He was red.
Yeah. Well, you guys remember Tillicum, right? I think that was his name. The really, really shiny, beautiful red dragonborn man who was also very stupid. I have a type. Leave me alone.
Ontacom. He was green.
He was green. Okay. Yeah. I recant my statement. The really big, beautiful green dragon man named Ontacom, who was...
And that guy a cop?
No, he wasn't a cop. He was like a vigilante. He was like
Even
an
worse.
insurgent inside. Anyway, what I'm saying is that he was like not very Green Dragon-like in the fact that, you know, he wasn't living in the jungle and hoarding, like, Dragonborn and dragons, there's a line there, and
It's just like I'm not an angel, even though I'm angel born. So, the point.
she just went into space cadet mode. Leave her alone.
Okay.
Like, it's yeah. She had a brain fart as she was talking.
But yeah, I don't exactly worship angels. Seeing as, even though my mother is one of them, we don't always worship our parents.
And I mean, Dragonborn aren't parent. Like, that's not how it works.
Is that not how it works? Oh. Just received sushi, I'm pretty sure.
So Dragonborn aren't what happens when like a dragon and a human breed?
No, that's a half dragon.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, what's a dragonborn then? I thought that's what dragonborn were.
No, they're not.
Like, out of character, I thought that's what dragonborn were.
Not at all.
Oh, well. Okay. I'll just take my ignorant self over here and sit down then.
It's okay.
D&D lore's weird, man. Don't worry about it.
Well, I've only been playing this game for like 10 years, 13 years at this point, you know.
To be fair, Dragonborn are just two. They're just 2 editions in, so you're fine.
Anyway, the point being is you don't always worship the thing that you are. Like, humans don't worship humans.
Did Chatter mention that there were kobolds as well?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Did I see kobolds? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you saw blue-scaled kobolds as well.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to perceive everything and remember to regurgitate it. I don't know if you'll, Rob, allow a retroactive.
Yeah,
I also saw kobolds.
Chatter, you realize, Chatter, you realize, oh, I forgot to.
Oh yeah, and kobolds too. Those little guys running around. They're real cute.
Oh, they definitely worship dragons. We saw a lot of those around the bog. Yes. I mean,
maybe they think that the Dragonborn are dragons.
I was about to say, that is a thing. I remember a kobold I once met. Thought our Dragonborn commander was a dragon for the longest time.
Yeah, they're not smart. Not like plants.
Okay. I need to have a conversation with a plant sometime if they're smarter than a kobold.
My 2 kobold PCs, take a lot of offense to this. This
conversation's going to a weird place.
When do our conversations not go to a weird place? But yeah,
it's just a Wednesday.
Yeah.
What's a Wednesday?
I don't.
Well, we either let them pass by, or we keep walking and we just run into them when we run into them.
We just run into them. I don't see the issue. I really don't.
Hunghuzi, if you want to stay hidden, you can.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Right. Then I need to get a perception check for my guy.
Okay.
Typical space cadet.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, Druid pals, later in the day, like this is getting close to the evening, but not the sun is still out. You do kind of catch it actually moving fairly silently through the reeds. A large, probably like horse-sized beetle with like a large horn coming out the front, with what appears to be a dragonborn, so about like 7.5 foot tall, blue scales, massive, with one arm, the left arm missing, but with a kind of spectral blue hand holding the reins. And on the back, there's like this almost as tall as they are pack of like bags and like rolled up bedrolls and supplies, like this towering thing of supplies kind of trundling to you all. And as you kind of make contact with this dragonborn, they kind of wave and smile.
Oh, guys, please don't kill him. He seems real neat.
As they get kind of
back really vigorously.
You see they wait back and they see you, and as they wait, they like snap their kind of scaled hand, and another blue hand just like appears and starts waving. So there's now like 3 total. Like there's 2 mage hands and like him waving once with their real hand.
Mage hand, make a mage hand show up.
Yeah. As once they get within your like shouting range, none of you all are bandits, yeah?
No.
Not usually, nope.
I don't like this guy.
Okay.
He's not shouting back. He's just like, I don't like this guy.
Because if you were bandits and you didn't tell me, that'd be real bad. So.
No, we're not bandits.
Chatter just looks at Honguzi and it's like, kind of a look like, don't ruin this for me, kind of thing, because he loves meeting new creatures.
I'm gonna come on over and say hi.
You do that.
And so the beetle kind of approaches. Well, howdy, all y'all. How are you today?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Well, I'm doing pretty well, I would say. The name's Idris, of the Vernai. I'm sure you've heard of us. What brings you all through these parts?
We're traveling.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we're heading towards Bronze-Hill.
Oh, well, that's. I hope you have some winter clothes, because oh boy, that's gonna be a tricky one.
We have
mountains.
We have our ways too.
Alrighty then.
Do you have winter clothes?
Oh, you kidding me? As you see, he turns around. There's just like this like massive stack of supplies. How much you need? Just for you, or?
Oh.
I knew it.
He like looks at the group. Yeah, just for me.
Great, and make a dexterity save.
He's throwing it at you.
Okay. Dexterity save.
Hey.
You like catch like right in front of your face a massive bundle of like coats and furs. How's that look for you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and I mean, it definitely it's fairly high quality stuff, and it's roughly the right size for you. I mean, it's hard to fit a massive crocodilian, but like it's wearable for you. Great, call that about 3 silver pieces.
Okay. He hands him a gold piece.
Okay, and then he snaps in a mage hand and drops 7 silver pieces in your hand. But another mage hand goes and puts the 3 silver pieces away, and as soon as they finish those like one task, they just pop.
Are you a traveling trader or?
Sure am. Couldn't you tell?
Is that your entire caravan? Traveling traders or?
Like, I mean, this is all my stuff.
Okay. I meant like.
That's very flattering, but no, I'm not the entire Vernai.
No, I
This
know.
jokester.
We
Oh,
we had caught sight of you earlier, and we were
but it's
wondering.
pretty hard to miss.
Yeah. Well, traveling shader, you have knowledge of these parts, right?
Well, I would hope so.
Do you know of a giant in the area, in a cave?
A giant what? Like a? Because I mean,
A
I'm running a
literal
giant
giant.
beetle right now, so
A literal giant, like a
a
stone.
literal
Was
actual
it
giant, huh?
Was it a stone giant that I remembered seeing, or
Yeah.
stone giant?
Oh, a stoned giant. Let me take. Well, and again, real quick, we're not talking about like a statue of a giant, right? Because I
No,
think
like
I know where I might have known one of those. It's kind of up by, what was that? Like the Livesey area? It's like a really big guy. It's made in stone. Very impressive. Like in the middle of a forest. It's very nice.
Oh, yeah, no, we saw that walk.
Oh, it's, well, that's very interesting, don't you think?
Yeah.
Huh.
I
And
mean,
here I thought it was just taking the day off. So we're not looking for like a large statue.
No.
We're looking for an actual stone giant.
yes.
Well, that's probably like mountain stuff. So I don't know much about that, but I have some buddies in the caravan who might know something about that.
I turn to the rest of the party and kind of give them a questioning glance. Like, do you want to? Sure.
As
If
you
you're
turn
wondering,
around
yeah.
and hold thumbs up, and then you turn around, and then there's two arcane mage hands also doing thumbs up.
Okay, thumbs up. Let's go.
Great. So I'm gonna take a
Awesome.
wild guess and say you haven't dealt with us before.
I don't know. Have I heard of the Vernai before? Probably not.
Roll history check, but I really doubt it.
Sure, why not? Maybe I'll get a good number. See what I-
Ooh.
No, no.
Well.
You have not.
did I read about them?
Go ahead. Nope. Come on, let's go. So yeah, see your.
The one book in the library. Chatty read.
The one book Chatter read.
All right, Chatter, hit me with that nat 20. All right, with the nat 20, Chatter, you know that the Vernai used to be dragon cultists. They used to worship blue dragons. They used to round people up and sacrifice them to a massive blue dragon that terrorized the desert. They were the glass tyrant because their lightning breath was so powerful that it would turn the desert sands to glass when it struck the ground, and it lived on a plateau of glass that was the glass tyrant was defeated, their plateau shattered, and the Vernai are now a company of traders and people who just eke out living doing what they can. Is the whole dragon cultist thing didn't really work out. All those like kobolds and dragonborn who were used to do like yes, dragons, like, well, I guess we'll just be people now.
Chatter's gonna like kind of nod. He's like, you guys are making a good name for yourselves these days. I mean, it can be hard to find your purpose sometimes. But...
Really appreciate that, because you know how important word of mouth is.
Yeah,
You know?
I think...
had some poor branding decisions early on in our history. So
yeah,
really glad the word's getting out and around. You must be a very well-traveled person,
oh,
my friend.
I guess, yeah.
So tall too. All right, you want to see something really tall? Come on, follow me.
Chatter?
I think they all fall.
Oh,
Yes, Proserpina?
there's so much stuff than you? This is gonna be awesome!
It's gonna be so much fun. I can't even wait. It's gonna be an adventure.
And I skip along following the Dragonborn.
Amazing. Yeah. So you all begin to approach this massive
Before
caravan.
he heads off,
Yes.
I actually want to get another roll of the furs. Just some
Okay.
extra roll.
Yeah. So another 3 silver. Yeah, of course. All right. Wonderful. So
As Anja
again,
sees
as you
that
approach,
silver, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
As Anja sees that silver, though, she's gonna take a moment and she's gonna look at Chatter and kind of tug on his kilt. Hey, Chatter?
You're strong.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you should be really careful about touching silver, okay?
Do you think touching it is gonna hurt me, or does it have to be like
I
feet
mean,
gestures?
okay, let's do an experiment. I'm gonna take out a silver coin. If this hurts,
Do you want me to eat it?
No, don't eat it!
Lick it.
I mean, if you want to lick it, I was just gonna touch you with it.
Okay. And he just holds out his arm.
And I'm gonna, gently touch him with the silver coin to see if it does anything.
feels like a little static shock. Like, ooh.
That's it for your money.
I do it again.
Same thing.
Stop it! Like the hair's like sitting up on his arm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just be careful. Like I wouldn't
That's a good
swim.
experiment.
I wouldn't swim in a pile of silver.
Well, that ruins my plans for tonight.
Well,
Just kidding.
while I'm walking alongside the dude, I'm gonna ask him if he's got any liquor on him.
Well, not me myself. I have to some stuff for like medical usage, but I don't think you want to be drinking that.
No.
So, but there is a full-on tavern on one of our village beetles. So why don't you come on this way?
Yes.
Great. So you all,
on a beetle.
yeah,
It's so cool.
Love it. I love it.
as there is, as you approach, dozens of carriages and horse-drawn, like just this like abundance, hundreds of people traveling in all different ways, and again these 3 massive beetles. With you can now see like gangplanks and kind of makeshift ramshackle, not the most sturdy, but sturdy enough. Apparently, looking essentially like ladders and walkways up, kind of scattering up to these like kind of large, almost like the Ready Player One, like the large kind of like almost like like I'm losing it, but basically like these very ramshackle buildings built on
the
top
one
of
from
each
the
other.
slums
on top of
you're
these.
talking about, right? In Ready
Yeah,
Player
yeah,
One,
like- Yeah, there's these massive buildings built on top of these beetles. So I can go try and find my friends and talk about this not giant statue but stone giant. And you also wanted the bar. Is there anything else you all want? I mean, not to brag, but we are very good at trading. So if you're looking for something, we probably have it somewhere.
Ooh, can we just like
Which I
shop
suppose
around?
is actually a brag. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you.
Ooh, Persipina, do you want to go shopping with me?
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Great. So, just so you know, points at the frontmost beetle. That one's more like an administrative building, not really good for shopping. That's where like the council meets and all that. All the boring stuff you don't need to worry about. That middle one there is more for recreation and all buying, and that one's more for survival stuff. That's where I buy all of my supplies. So if you're looking for rations or supplies, you're gonna go to that back one. And then of course there's all the people out here, so you don't even have to go on the beetles if you don't want. So I'm gonna go find my friends. So pointing at a mage hand points at Alexander. If you want to go to the bar, kind of like a line of mage hands just starts appearing. You're gonna go on that middle beetle, see that walkway. You're gonna go up that walkway, turn around, go to the north side of that beetle, go up and into that building right there, and it's gonna be a nice little bar for you.
And I'm assuming you'll meet me there when you find your friends.
Exactamundo.
Thank you. I will attempt to follow his directions.
Great. It's fairly difficult, but not impossible. Who's following? Who's going where?
Hong is going to be following after the choppers.
Of course. Yep.
Yeah, let that girl out of
Chatter.
set.
What are the options again? I'm sorry, I was going to the bathroom.
Oh, I mean, there's merchants galore kind of around the massive beetles. The front one's more just an administrative building, no real shops. The middle one's more like recreational, like non-essentials trading goods, and also like there's a bar there essential apparently. And then the back one has like more practical supplies.
He's gonna stick close to Proserpina and Anja.
Okay. And then Throck.
I'm gonna try and find like a dried meats place. You'll probably go with Alex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely smell the most smells coming from that middle, like, massive beetle. The village beetle, as it's apparently called.
I think, oddly enough, because I'm just going to want to go for recreational shopping, because screw survival. Like, she wants to go see if there's, like, clothes or shoes or jewelry or
Sure.
books or things to have fun with, because she bought this crossword magazine when she left and it is done.
You know, Anja, I wonder if there's any desert outfits that you could maybe buy.
That is true. This is definitely not on par anymore. It's not on brand. So I guess we're all
that is
going
something.
to the middle beetle.
Actually, I'm not going to the middle building yet.
Okay,
I really
bye.
want to see if I can find an armorer.
Okay.
Like, something like along those lines
Sure.
first. And I'm assuming that's not going to be on the middle beetle.
No, probably not.
So I'm going to go see if I can find an armorer.
Great. Throck, do you still want to
Yeah,
be going to the middle beetle, or do you want to follow
I
what
mean,
Sanders
I was
doing?
like walking with him, and he probably halfway through was like, "Oh wait, I just probably need to go here."
Yeah,
Throck probably follow with him.
Great.
pretty much exactly what happens.
Yeah, so pretty quickly, Alexander, you just essentially follow the sound of blacksmithing, but you can hear resounding. You can see on the back beetle, you see there is a it essentially looks like almost like a terracotta or Pueblo style building built onto the shell of the beetle with a large amount of smoke coming out of it. Like, and this is like not a one blacksmith size building, like this is a like large, almost semi-complex of a building, probably big enough for at least like 5 blacksmiths to sit in, with like multiple exhaust ports for, like, as you see, like kind of, the telltale signs of metalworking.
You see Alexander's already glowing eyes light up more. He's in heaven now. He loves it. He beelines for it.
Wonderful. So you begin beelining that way. The girls plus Hong Huzi. So first of all, you go up to the
And
beetle.
Chatter?
And Chatter.
Yes, that Chatter. Forgot where Chatter was going for a second. You approach the beetle, and there's, at first you're like, how do we get on? And you see a couple kobolds ride up to greet you all on top of ponies, and like, so you're going up?
Yeah!
Yeah, we're going up.
Great. You see they pull out some like little kind of gems and stuff and flash some lights up at the kind of catwalk, and 2 ladders start falling down.
I'm gonna go and climb up.
Oh boy, I can give you guys a lift too if you don't want to get all sweaty climbing a ladder.
That's fine too.
Oh, it won't offend you?
Nope.
Chatter's
Means we have to
gonna...
replace the ladders less often.
Yeah, because I weigh a lot. And Chatter's gonna wild shape into a buff giant eagle for them to fly on.
Great.
And he kind of like moves his head towards his back because he can't talk in common anymore because he's an eagle. So he's like,
Can you carry all three of us?
How much can I carry as a giant eagle?
I'll say you
I'm
could
gonna look it up.
probably.
To kind of give Chatter just a little help.
My strength is 16 as a giant eagle, and I'm large.
Yeah. Since we're not in combat, I would say you're not under any time pressure, so you could like carry and have people on your back. Like you get all three of your friends up there. If we were in
Anja has
combat, and
no
you're trying to fly around.
issue casting fly on herself and just going up there either. Like so that way it's less stressful on Chatter's body. Because he clearly doesn't need to exercise. He doesn't need to exercise anymore, so it's fine.
As Anja's like flying up as a wizard, like Chatter's squawking excitedly. They can't understand him, but he's like flying around her. Like he's very happy to have a friend to fly with.
I'm gonna light do some feet loose around him. Until I get to the top. Like, wow, that was neato.
And you land, and it's essentially, I mean, there's nothing on one side, but to your right, essentially, there is a massive, like, spiraling upward of just this, like, street side of vendors and shops and restaurants. So yeah, what are you all looking for?
Proserpina, what do you want to look at first?
I don't know. There's just so much.
Okay,
and then
top three
things. And then you hear coming from one of the stalls, there's just so much. As you see a one-eyed blue kobold with like one of those jewelers rigs, like with all the different lenses, but only for one eye, and like kind of in a strange kind of tinkerer's robe with like a bunch of just bric-a-brac on his table, kind of like pokes the like a little mechanical bird on the table, and it says, "There's just so much." Again.
You like that?
Oh, that's really good. You make that?
I make so many things.
Oh.
I'm gonna like look at this little kobold and be like, "You're not related to the Wheeler, are you?"
Who?
Oh, okay. You sound like a guy that I know.
Okay.
He's a lot greener than you are.
Oh, different kind of kobold.
Yes.
Well, I have many things here.
Oh.
Like, there's just so much. But I have so many other fun things.
Can I see them? Can I see what you have?
Yes.
Wait.
Pulls out.
Is this a sex shop?
What?
Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm just making sure. Can you point me in the direction of that for later?
Points up.
Gotcha.
Pulls out a wand. Like a wand is a strong word. It looks like a stick with like beads hanging off from a string on the back, and points it at Hunghuzi. Hunghuzi, make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, let's see. Where's my charisma? There it is.
Remember, you are also a half elf, so depending on what it is, you might have advantage on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it gets the charm condition.
You feel like a little bit of magic passes through you, but you resist it. Kind of like hits it and points it at Proserpina.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
After this.
Proserpina, your face is stuck in a like massive grin. Like you feel your face just like ha, into like the biggest like show choir grin.
There we go. Sometimes you have to hit it on the bottom to make it work.
Sometimes a product demonstration is not welcome.
Ooh,
Yeah, you
are you
really
selling
need
that
to
sword?
ask. You really need to ask people's consent first.
Oh,
Like pulls out a really ratty looking notebook and like scribbles something down, puts it like back. You don't know exactly where.
ah, mm, mm, mm. Ah, this.
You see what looks to be a little marble full of like swirling cloud.
Yes. Ah, it's the cloud.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
As you are talking to this kobold, you see approaching the four of you, looking fairly serious, but not like aggressively approaching. A 8-foot tall female dragonborn dressed in like full kind of regalia. Like you can see a set of metal armor, like a sword and shield, not out but on their person, kind of approaching you. Four.
Hungry looks away and he starts like looking around for like an escape.
Yeah.
You don't want to be.
Chatter
there's-
sees the. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, please.
He turns to like Anja because he wants to ask her a question when she mentions about the sex store, but then he sees the dragonborn approaching and he just kind of like kind of steps back and is like, wow.
Yeah. You see they get to you and hello. You all are new here, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hi, yes, hello, yes, we're very new.
Greetings.
I'm gonna go to my favorite place.
Where, pointing at Barsophina's back, where might you have gotten those bows? Pointing at the
That way?
dragon bone. The dragon bone longbows.
Bandits. They attacked. We profited.
You don't say.
Yup,
Guys are
they
orcs.
they tried to eat us and we took care of it. Well, everybody else took care of it.
Very good.
Elven weretigers ringing any bell for you?
Come again?
Elven weretigers.
If you don't mind, I'd ask that you all come with me to my office.
You don't have rights.
My
anyway.
apologies. I should introduce myself. My name is Kalakai. I am the head of the Vernai Tribe Council.
Right.
Hi.
Right.
So if
You
you
gotta talk.
come this way with me,
Wait, why?
You gotta talk to the cops.
I would have a conversation with you four.
Sorry, you said a bye?
Say, my name is Kalkai.
Kalkai, sorry. My ears didn't work right.
I'm
No
sorry. Were
worries.
we doing something wrong?
No.
Then why do you want to talk to us? Like where we're going to spend our
I'm
money?
tempted to get right back.
She seems very nice, Anja. I mean, maybe
she-
she's supposed to chat.
She approached asking about the bows, the dragon bone bows.
Anja came out of her
Yeah, out of the Space Cadet.
out of Space Cadet. Oh.
Certain possessions present a problem.
They sure do.
This way?
Yeah, and like Honguzi just like is like glaring like just directly at Hunter like the whole time like.
Listen,
You guys, maybe she just wants to know, like, how they got the contraband.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
I don't know. I don't want to cause any problems, guys, okay?
There's a problem. All she has to do is walk away.
It's okay.
Sorry,
Shh.
what
It's
was
all
that?
right. No, we're all right.
Mr.
We're coming.
Steve.
Hello, Steve. A pleasure.
Yeah.
His
And-
real name
and-
is actually Stefan, but we call him Steve because we're his friends.
Would you prefer I refer to you Stefan or Steve?
I'm sure you'll do whatever you please. Yeah, let's get
Hey.
this over with, yeah?
All right, Stefan. So you see she leads you back to the ladders to go down.
I never unconcentrated on fly, so I just float down.
You can just fly down. And you head back up to the first beetle, which you see, as opposed to the kind of ramshackle setup, is a much more regimented, mostly that kind of Pueblo style, like pottery, like sun-baked material, as opposed to some of the wood and lashed together materials of the other two beetles.
Since I'm flying, can I do ascending to Alex?
Of course.
Okay. I'm gonna ascend to Alex. There's a very long... I think we're in trouble with the cops! Hunghuzi was right! The bows were a bad idea! We're going to the other beetle!
So as they are being brought to the office, we'll cut back over to the other two boys. So you have not gotten this sending yet. So you two both are also able to climb up kind of rope ladders that are dropped down from the third beetle by some kobolds shining lights to kind of give a signal. You were able to climb up, and I'm guessing you're heading right for the large kind of complex with all the smoke coming out of it.
Yeah.
Great.
Going straight over there.
Amazing. So there's 5 different doors.
Are there any signage or anything?
Yes. So there is 5 very similar looking signs. So they are essentially some different variation of a like anvil, a hammer, and some fire. One of them has like the fire on top of the anvil and the hammer coming down. One has the hammer on fire reaching the anvil. One has the hammer hitting the anvil with some fire next to it. But it's essentially just a combination of like those 3 symbols together. There is Bilibin's Best Blacksmithing Depot, Bilibin's Original Blacksmithing Depot, Bilibin's Signature Blacksmithing Depot, Bilibin's Artisanal Blacksmithing Depot, and Bilibin's Blacksmithing Depot.
Let's go into original first.
Great. So you step in, and you see this is not 5 separate buildings. There are no walls between the different depots. You see 5 separate, but pretty much the same blacksmithing stations, all with what appear to be dwarves, very similar, like very red hair. Most of them have piercing. What's a good word? Like kind of jade eyes. All the looks to be like different ages and such, but they're like very clearly all family members. From the look of them, as one of them turns around, "Oh, welcome to Bilibin's Original Blacksmithing Depot, the best blacksmithing depot." To which immediately the other 4 dwarves erupt in retorts. No, this one's the best. No, this one's the best depot around. And the one you walked in, they walked into my depot. That is the agreement we came upon. Need I remind you? Sir, how may I help you this wonderful day?
Okay, so here's my dilemma. I'm still wearing my splint now, and I dropped the glamour on it, so it's just the splint now normally. And I'm like, okay, you see what I'm wearing?
I sure do.
And the stem fingers, the glamour comes back, and I'm like, this is what I want to wear.
Aha.
Yeah. See my dilemma there.
That will cost a pretty penny for sure.
Yeah. I was hoping we could work something out.
What exactly did you have in mind?
Well, I have a myriad of talents, including blacksmithing. If you needed any help around here, big orders, something like that, or I do have information, and I do have this, and I will pull out my original sword, which is uh, still in good make, but my original Black Cleaver, my big one.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull that out, and I'm like, and I have this to trade.
Now
well.
remind me, that's just a like.
It's just
regular.
it's just a really well.
It's not a magical item.
No.
Yeah. As you're saying this, you do hear the dwarf from Billiman's Best Blacksmithing kind of like,
He's a shite negotiator. Come over here.
but you see this blacksmithing dwarf who hasn't introduced himself. Well, how long would you be staying here? Because if you're trying to work off the amount of gold you'd need for plate armor.
No, I don't think we're going to be staying more than a couple of days.
Sure.
But I was hoping it could be a combination of things. Like, I work off a little bit of it, I trade some, I give some gold, not all one payment, but multiple things helping out to pay for one thing. If you understand my drift.
Sure. So how long could I rely on you to be here to do work for me?
Well, I can for sure work today and tonight, because it's nighttime, right?
Yeah. The sun's like headed down.
I'm about to say I'm pretty sure we're probably going to spend the night here, and I can most likely, depending on how well received we are here, I can probably convince them to do another day at least. And during that time, I pull up my shield, which is a little silly looking, but I love it anyway. It's still great. The more I use it, the more I like it. Anyway, but
you see about like two of the dwarves blush and turn away.
I actually made this myself. If you want to inspect the craftsmanship on it,
I sure would. Like grabs it, kind of like moans just a little bit as the dwarf grabs it. Alas.
Don't pay attention to that. That was an accident.
All right. It's a very nice shield. Like hands it back maybe a little quicker.
Sorry, it was an accident during the enchanting process.
That doesn't just happen. That's not how blacksmithing works.
It was my first time ever enchanting something, so I'm pretty sure I did.
So you're an amateur
wrong.
enchanter then?
Yes. I am a very good blacksmith, but I can enchant things.
Alas, should have led with that one, to be honest.
Sorry about that. Given the proper formula, I'm pretty sure I can enchant whatever you ask of me.
Well, so let's talk about money here. How much you got to offer of just gold?
So,
because if we're just... Yes.
I haven't updated my gold in a very long time, just because it's been changing hands so often. I've only kept what I was absolutely sure I had.
Yeah.
And at the time, I only am absolutely sure I had 15 gold. Well, 14 gold and 15 silver.
I mean, but I
have no idea.
Sounds like you don't
actually have.
Yeah. That's probably all you have.
Yeah. I remember we got a bunch of gold. I just don't remember what happened to it. I know at one point we had a decent amount of gold.
I think it's been spent on wizards.
Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong figure.
What are you doing this whole time, Throck, by the way? You're just like staring?
Throck's kind of like looking at the other guys, and he's like in the blacksmith, and he's thinking about things that he might need from here. And he's gonna like kind of wander up to one of the other dwarves, or two of them, whoever's close by, and just kind of be like,
Welcome to Bilibin's signature blacksmithing depot. The premier depot for blacksmithing here.
Is this not the artisan one?
Nay, that's
Oh, which one's the artisan one? He looks to everyone else.
defeatedly kind of points down the line.
And walks over to that one.
Well,
I did forget. Well, when you're done, sorry.
no, it's welcome to Bilibin's Artisanal Blacksmithing Depot.
I've heard artisanal used with food before, so I think you're the one I should talk to.
Sure, if that's what you think. What can I do for you?
I want to learn how to eat like regular people do, and I want a fork, but I also want to be able to use it for like soups. Can you make me something that can be a fork, a knife, and a spoon all together?
A fork, a knife, and a spoon.
Yes.
You say. Oh, that's quite the conundrum you've given to me. You just want one.
Yeah. No. 3.
3. Whew. My large friend, I think you may have given me my greatest blacksmithing challenge of my career. But I think I can do it.
Okay.
This is a very strange request. Probably a gold per.
Okay.
Holds out their hand.
Gives him 3 gold pieces.
All right. I will. No, I'm gonna workshop the name, but I'll figure out something.
Thank you.
See, they begin rushing over to their tools.
Spore knife.
Alexander, so back to you.
Sorry.
So, actual gold, what you got for me?
So I do not carry gold on me very often. I've got an entirety of, I believe, 14 gold on me. But I did remember I have this, and I pull out my Javelin of Lightning.
Oh.
This I did not make, but I figured you might like it. You might be able to back engineer it and create a new one.
So you're offering that as trade?
Yes. And help, as I'm offering my help as well if you want any enchanting done by the end of the next couple of days.
I see. Well, that is a very fine offer. Why don't you make a persuasion check?
Okay. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. 26. There we go.
So, if you can, give me that nice little number and stick around for tonight and the rest of tomorrow to enchant a special commission I'm working on, then I'd be able to get what you're looking for.
And just for my safety, I've gotten burned with deals like this before. Can we write that somewhere? Like a contract?
Sure, I suppose.
I had a bad experience with an old customer of mine when I used to work at the blacksmith shop.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Better for everyone involved.
All right.
I'm doing this mostly to get his name without asking as well.
You see Bilibin the second.
Bilibin the second. God.
It's not a junior, the second.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you are signing the contract, you get on just sending.
And what was it again?
Hungizy was right. The cops got us. They don't like the bows. We're going to this other beetle, the first one.
Okay. And Alexander you see him just...
Oh, I don't like it when you make that face.
Bilibin the second, can I ask you for 1 hour of your time to go deal with my friends?
Sure, I suppose.
Thank you. I'm just going to leave the contract there. I leave him the javelin, and he didn't want the cleaver, right? He just wanted the javelin.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put Cleaver back. And I'll walk outside and ask the administrative building, which one that one is. I don't remember being told that one.
The front, you know that the front beetle
one.
is like an
Okay.
administrative.
Okay.
You also have 25 words to respond to Anja.
Oh, right, I do. Okay, give me a few minutes to get down there, and I'll see what I can do to help. I'm not attacking anyone because I've just made a very good deal. I don't know if that was 25 words.
That's fine. Great. So you and Throg
He's hanging out.
following, I'm guessing.
Yeah, of course.
I find
what
a
happened?
guard.
Yeah, you're able to
Yeah.
start heading towards there. However,
Mm-hmm.
so you see the your new best friend Kalkai leads you into her office. It's fairly nice. There's not a lot of stuff around. It does kind of I will say on the beetles it's kind of like being on a boat because they don't like walk perfectly still, so there's kind of a general sway. So there's like one bookshelf, but there's like a kind of blocker in front of all the books to keep them from constantly falling out of the shelf and stuff.
Like lots of like paperweights and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. There's a lot of paperwork, but there's also a lot of paperweights. As
the whole time, I'm just gonna have my just float like an inch above the ground because I am not wasting fly and not fly for the whole hour that I can do this.
For sure. As you see, kind of out from the wall, like a little compartment opens up and like pulls out 4 chairs, and kind of sets them out for you all. Please make yourselves at home.
If you don't mind, I'd like to stay flying.
I suppose yes.
I'm gonna like cross my legs and just like sit in the air, Dragon Ball Z style, like.
If that is your prerogative, then I will not.
Thanks. As long as I'm not gonna get in trouble for it.
All right. No, I will not. No, it is not illegal to float above my floor. Please. So, where again did you say you acquired these items?
Bandits. Elven were-tigers. They attacked us.
They tried to
We
eat
profited.
us.
Did you steal these and then flee? Was there an altercation?
They attacked us first.
That wording implies to me that they are no longer going to be attacking anyone.
Oh no, they're very, very.
I see. How many did you manage to defeat? Did any get away?
No.
And you
There
can
were-
be certain of this.
Out of character, the answer is 4. Right? I think
There were 4 and you killed them all.
Unless that they can decompress from a single molecule, I don't think so.
it's a molecule.
Oh, so it's the things that, like, okay, so you know how, like, we are,
You see
like,
she takes out a piece of
this,
paper, starts writing
and,
this
like,
down.
Anja's just gonna start explaining physics and, like, atoms and molecules to like, right there, because she went to school! Like,
Mama Donja? Wow.
thanks.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got an
Kind of
A
like puts it
in-
between 2 books.
Yeah, I got an A in that, actually. An A+, not an A-.
A plus what?
Like,
What are we adding to this
It's
information?
just like
Pulling the piece of paper back out.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I can't. Oh, no, it's just... And then all of a sudden there's a moment, and she's like, wait a second. Now that I think about it, why are there pluses and minuses? I only had that 1 A-, and Do they only?
We're now removing things.
Do they give? Oh
They're part of the information that was
Oh
inaccurate.
my god!
And thus I need to minus
Joe
it.
was right. They only give A minuses to the students they don't like.
I don't believe that this conversation is now a conversation.
She's having an existential
speaking
crisis.
to yourself now.
Like, sorry, someone just watched Community again, so it's like, do they only give? Oh, why didn't they like? Oh my god, did Salvatore? Oh man, she's having like a crisis. You guys.
Does this happen often with your companion looking to the other three?
You don't have to answer that question.
That is correct. You are not under any amount of duress.
Chatter's just sitting there like this.
Greetings. Are you well?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, hi, yeah, I'm good.
You appear disproportionately enamored with what is happening?
What? No, I just feel like you are very good at your job, and I am very attentive to what you're saying.
Thank you. I do put in an above average amount of effort to the proper running of the tribe.
I would say it's superior, but yes, above average, I would assume for somebody who's not very humble is an adequate way to describe it.
That is a significant endorsement. Would you like to fill out a formal form, or is this an informal compliment?
I mean, if it helps you out at all and would make you more efficiently recognized for your good work, then yes, I'll fill out a form.
I simply was wondering if this was an official endorsement, you putting any political and social clout you may have behind my office, or if this was simply a social nicety.
Yes.
He hands you like a 3-page form.
He's like actually.
He's trying his best to fill out the form.
It's a lot. You see, you have to like write out all your like known acquaintances, how long you've been here, your like accolades, statements of your character. There's a section that says that is optional for references.
He's like becoming happier as he's realizing we're comprehensively wasting this officer's time.
I'm just gonna say, like, 85% of Chatter's references and accolades are gonna be from woodland creatures, so...
Amazing. As Chatter fills this out, I will say, Alexander and Barak, you are able to be directed to this office if you would like to come in now.
I'm not.
I mean,
first.
before he does that, Throck's gonna like kind of put his hand down and be like, they might be in like big trouble. Should we be prepared to act? Should I wait outside and you should give me a sign if something happens?
Yeah, let's do that. I'll let you know. You'll hear my voice in your head if something that happens.
Okay. So Throck goes beside the door.
And I'll just knock politely on the door.
Hello, yes. Who might be knocking on my door?
I believe you were talking to a few of my friends about the spoils of war we acquired.
Yeah, that's he's with us. He's the boss.
Oh, I was not aware that I was not speaking to the highest ranking member of your group. Please enter my office.
I open the door and step in. Yeah. Full glamour is on, by the way. I never turned it back off.
Yeah. So is your face covered up too then?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The full glamour, not just
Okay.
Like I'm prepared for war kind of glamour.
Hello, this armored figure. Are you expecting an altercation in my quite small office?
What can we say, officer? Steve and the gang, we always wind up in these kinds of situations.
Stefan, I'm gathering that this is a classic bit of banter from you, given social context. I see you too have mastered the art of laughing.
I'm sorry, Final Fantasy did flashbacks.
You guys are being weird.
I unglamor my helmet away, so I'm actually talking to her.
You see she blushes. Hello. It is a pleasure to greet you in my office. I am Kalkai. I am the head of the council of the tribe.
Like Hong Kong, like look back, looking like kind of offended, like.
Who might you be?
My name is Alexander Bogmar. I am.
Blush intensifies.
There's a slight hesitation. I am the boss of our tribe.
I mean, I guess, kind of.
Did he hold the force?
I didn't know he was in charge. I mean,
The boss takes care of business. That's why we call him the boss.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very good to know.
When it comes to, I guess you would put it, social and military decisions, it's usually me.
I see.
yeah, decisions that end in people dying that shouldn't, I guess.
Thank you, Chatter, for your glowing enthusiasm here.
Chatter, would you... Chatter, I believe I have gathered your name is from social context.
Yep, that's me.
Would you like a formal complaint form to fill out?
Against Alexander?
Your boss? Yes.
We have a form for that?
I'm assuming that your group's bureaucracy is at least somewhat similar to the way that I have begun.
Chatter just looks at Alexander. Oh yes, I would very much like a complaint form, please.
Cool. Yes. Hands you another 3-page form.
Chatter is getting he likes filling these out. Like he likes writing things. He feels very he likes menial tasks, so this is very nice for him.
Just filling that well, Chatter's filling that out then.
Yes. So, I brought you in because I recognized those weapons and was exceptionally curious about the way in which you had acquired them. So you said that there were 4 of these individuals, and you dispatched all of them?
That is correct.
Justified self-defense.
Yes, we were attacked by them, and we didn't take kindly to that. They are now mostly tatters, if they exist at all anymore.
A molecule.
Thank you. Could not remember the word.
Yes. Well, the reason I brought you in, the reason I brought you all in is that, of course, these were people of note in the kind of larger area here, and therefore their death does come with some consequences.
I'll have you know that I did not harm any of them. I am a pacifist, and bringing harm to other beings is against my own personal belief.
They legitimately tried to eat us.
As I assume they would. If you would desire, I can leave you out of the consequences of this.
Yeah.
Are we talking bounty?
Yourself?
Are we talking bounty?
Yes, there was in fact a bounty placed on these individuals. That would be the consequences of your
I
actions.
thought there was consequences. I was thinking 100% differently.
Yeah, so when
I have no interest in monetary compensation.
That is fine. That is simply the consequence of killing a bounty, an individual with a bounty on them is that
I
you
would love to
receive
get
money.
paid.
So, sorry for the misunderstanding. When you had said consequences, that normally means bad things are happening? So we had misunderstood.
I'm sorry. Got a little bashfully. Each of these individuals had a 300 gold piece bounty. They were known for kidnapping and devouring individuals from not only our tribe but many others, and thus we, as a collective of tribes, had set this bounty in hopes that they would eventually be brought to justice. So I'm prepared to give you a full 1,200 gold reward for these 4 individuals' death. Is that satisfactory?
I like getting paid.
Actually, yes. Would you mind sending whatever my share ends up to be to Billigan II, please? And if nothing else is needed, I actually have agreed to work with them for a bit. So,
How long is a bit?
just a day. I'm helping them with some enchanting work.
Chad, do you still wish to be left out of the consequences of the dispatching of these were-tigers?
I will not change the recounting of my actions and the circumstance. I did not help in killing them, so I will not accept any consequences. Thank you, though.
Of course. Now, as I'm not entirely sure how your hierarchy socially works, would
Equally
you...
divided.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, what?
It's always equally divided.
Okay.
So that would mean that 240 gold pieces will be given to each of the 5 individuals who have not balked at the consequences of their actions.
240 each. That's really
Correct.
nice.
We had hoped, with such a high bounty, that we would even get a few of the 4 of them brought down, but this is above our expectations.
Yeah, I would say. Well, we tend to exceed expectations.
Noted. And I don't believe I've gotten all of your names. Alexander and Stefan introduced, and Chatter, but I don't think Prospina, Andra, or Throck have introduced themselves.
Oh, hi, I'm Anja.
Throck's not inside.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, then let me retcon just a little bit. That would be 300 gold pieces to the 4 of you.
There is one more member. He is currently outside right now.
Then 240 gold pieces to each of you.
Yes.
Also, are you okay?
I'll take his share to him.
I am actually in quite good health, thank you.
Okay, I was just wondering, you seemed a little funny.
Are you in prime physical condition?
I mean, I probably could stand to do some squats, but...
Do you desire to do squats? I find them quite enjoyable.
You like a man in uniform?
Right now?
You really like a man in uniform?
I do tend to enjoy my employees, the guards of the tribe, yes.
Anja, you just hear...
Although they are definitely not all male.
What do I
Anja,
hear?
you hear a message in my head, or in your head, because message is silent. You do hear, she is reacting to me. I think she likes me. Just let's use it for advantage.
All of a sudden, Anja's eyes get a little bit red. And she's like... Have you, never seen such a uniformed individual before? Why does he make you blush, ma'am?
I've seen many uniformed. I, in fact, daily command multiple uniformed individuals.
Do uniformed individuals usually fluster you?
I would, if I were to do a self-evaluation, I'm not sure flustered would be the word that I would choose.
How would you describe how you're feeling in this moment?
Would you like for me to do a self-evaluation?
Yes.
Yes. Self-evaluate right
Understood.
now.
You see she pulls out a 6-page form and begins filling it out.
I'm gonna like...
What's going on? I'm confused.
I glamour my helmet back on, and under the helmet there's
Can
just
I?
this
I'm gonna
massive
insight
shit-eating
this lady. I'm gonna insight
Yeah.
her. Let's
Yeah.
insight her.
I want to try that too.
Please.
Oh, I'm totally I want
Get
in
an
on this.
insight.
Anyone who wants to.
I need to see what's going on with this lady. I don't
I
want
know
to waste
this
my
shit.
nat. Okay.
Do I have a reroll? I don't remember.
Or rerolls.
There are lots of rerolls to go around.
I'll use one of my rerolls.
I'm gonna use one
You're
of my
not
rerolls.
in there. You're outside.
Well, I used one of my rerolls, so mark that down, Val. But,
Okay, so if you
wasn't
can
very
do
helpful.
it so that I can.
Can I? I don't remember if I can or not, but
should
I
be
will.
able
I will
to.
try.
Alright, a 15
Cool.
on my insight. I got it. So who used a reroll?
Okay.
I am also using a reroll.
So Robert used one.
Oh my god.
Double Robert
Dang.
used one.
Oof.
Okay.
Insane. So actually, everyone but Alexander, who rolled an insight check, can tell that she's definitely flustered, and it's not because of Alexander. It's like about it. It's not like because she's into Alexander. It's about Alexander.
I'm more curious.
But Alexander, you can't tell.
Yeah.
You probably think she's super into you.
Everyone, I mean, maybe. I don't know who, but Chatter just relaxes.
Hey, Pankuzi, what's going on? Why are we talking like what's going on?
I'm sorry. Do you know him?
My apologies. I'm currently self-evaluating.
No, you
Do
can
require
take
me
a
to stop?
break. Yes, I require you to stop and answer my questions.
Understood. I shall take a quick break before I resume my self-evaluation.
Do you know
Wait,
him?
I've never met this individual before. No.
I think you're lying.
Do you recognize his occupation?
Make an insight check.
I must say, I am quite clearly displaying colors of Aries, and on my shield is.
And I
the
will
symbol of
say,
Aries.
Alexander, you've definitely never met her.
Yes.
And it's a penis, for the record.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so another
divorce, he was just
another
insulted.
insight.
Another insight, please, Anja.
Okay,
I don't want to do it.
come on.
Mystery.
Mama knows.
Oh, is that 23 is what you rolled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. No, she's never met Alexander in her life.
Then why?
Brock's gonna kind of peek in and then like see that nothing's happening, and then. Kind
Hello.
of,
Greetings.
That's the other one. The one that was waiting outside.
Understood. I'm assuming you also you also would like to face the consequences of your
What?
dispatching of the war tigers.
he like gets in a stance to cast bonfire.
Please do not cast spells within my office. That will also have consequences.
What? What?
So, there was a bounty on the Were Tiger's heads. We're getting
Agreed.
rolled for it.
So would you like to incur the consequences as well, or as your friend Chatter, would you like to bow out from the consequences of your actions?
Alexander's just nodding its gold.
Okay. My apologies. I'm going to, before I forget, retrieve the bounty
I'm gonna take
and
my.
then resume my self-evaluation. If that's an acceptable allotment of time.
Yes,
We just need to know why the boss has you off your game.
My excuse me?
I think what they're asking is why are you interested in me? What's going on?
I'm gonna find the gold. Like turns around and like starts doing a safe.
Okay.
I'm just changing to look with Alex. Like, do you know her?
I will say, as she opens the safe, her basically her desk and the safe is covered in a globe of darkness. And then as you hear the safe close, the darkness disappears.
I can see in. I have
You can.
double
So you
sight.
just see like the combination and like her open the safe, count out some gold and put it in 5 different bags and then close it.
Is there only gold in the safe? Or...
There appears to be gold, and there also appears to be a scroll.
A squirrel?
Closes.
Squirrel.
Closes the safe and hands.
Before she closes the safe.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna steal from her?
No.
Who's on board with this plan?
Maybe. I might. 1 second. Let me make sure.
Chatter's just looking at Alex like, don't you even.
You don't know what he's doing. He's just
I can see his face.
You're also filling out a
No, you
form.
don't.
He has
You
his
can't-
glamour on.
You can't see his. You can't see my face.
You
My
said
glamour's
you
back
took it
on.
off.
He just said
No,
he put it back on.
he put it up.
Okay,
I put
well
it back
then.
on.
Also, you're filling out one of 2 forms now.
He's also like watching though while he's like kind of looking up.
Here, make a perception check. Nah. Unless he. Well, we'll see. If he does something super crazy, then I'll have him roll a sleight of hand.
Question.
Yes.
No, I can't do that. I'd have to reset the time on him. Shit. You know what? Fuck it. You just all you guys hear is a faint snap, and when that just like I'm snapping like I'm moving or something, and that snap is me snapping Petunia into this.
Okay, so that's gonna undo
Yep.
your progress on the
Yep.
messages. So you're gonna just summon Petunia into.
But I want to wait until the very last second.
Okay, I'm gonna call that like a dexterity check to like time that perfectly, because that's a very brief window of like her, like the darkness letting her not see and the safe door closing so she can't see. There is that window, but it's a very short one.
Do
So
I
I'm
have
gonna
to be
say
able
that's.
to see where it is?
Huh?
Oh, I don't have to be able to see. Never mind. I just wait till the safe's closed, and I just make him appear on the safe. Because it doesn't say a space I have to see.
Sure, I will say a sleight of hand check to like make it not weird.
This situation is already really fucking weird, though.
I was about to say, if I'm doing it like that, I can just like, I would do it in the context of what I'm doing. So I'll be like,
okay, how do you do that?
So, after she hands us the gold, because it doesn't have to be right away. After she hands us the gold, I'm gonna snap my fingers and say, "Well, thank you for your time," and kind of like snap and clap, like snap, clap, and just kind of thank you for your time. I'm sorry about the misunderstanding, but I do have to go work with Philibin now.
Mr. Bugmar.
Yes.
If it wouldn't be too much of a problem, as the leader of this group, I would request a time for a brief conversation, especially if you're going to be all in town later. And then hands Anja, Anghuzi, Proserpina, and Throck bag full of 240 gold pieces.
Thank you.
So much money.
If you wish, I can have the conversation with you now. I did tell Philibin it was going to be about an hour.
I don't believe, given where Philip in the second shop is, I do not believe that you've been gone for an hour yet, so I think you should be able to return within the end of the hour.
Would you like it to be a private conversation, is that what you mean? Or can they stay? I don't mind either way.
I would tend to prefer a private conversation, leader to leader.
And Anja hears a message in her head, I promise nothing happens.
I mean, I know, I'm just very suspicious of this lady.
My apologies. Let me complete my self-evaluation.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. You just scrap it. It's fine. You don't need to do it anymore. And she's like, okay, I'm going to wait outside.
Understood. It was my apologies. I have not done the complete paperwork. However, I would like to say that this, I believe, was a pleasurable interaction.
Indeed.
It was a positive creed.
Sure.
Sabrina, what would you like to do?
I'd kind of like to go shopping, if we can still go shopping.
Let's go do that.
Great. So, are you all heading out then?
So,
Just 1 second.
Yes.
Anja, what's the name of your familiar again?
Daisy.
Hey, and so before you leave, Anja, can I borrow Daisy for a moment?
Oh, you read my mind. And I'm gonna let Daisy, my cute little bat, just pop out and hang out on his, like, horns upside down of his helmet.
Yeah.
Like, and I will stand outside, and after the door closes, I'm gonna pop into Daisy's eyes.
Yeah. Great. Yeah.
Well, her ears, because she's a bat, so she's fucking
Yeah.
blind.
So Alexander,
Yeah,
you
I do unglamour my helmet again. So
you did introduce yourself with the last name Bagmar, if I am recalling correctly. This does not appear likely. Your father would not have the first name of George, would he?
yes,
Blush
I'm the one.
intensifies.
You're one of his exes, aren't you?
That I did at one point have a particular kinship to Mr. Bagmar. So that was that is an X is a potentially a correct word.
Really fast. Can you take Daisy back? I say that out loud.
Do you want
Not
me to
you. Not
take
you.
your?
She's just gonna, like, Daisy will just, like, pop back, I guess. And I'm just gonna be like, that slut, George!
That
She was listening in the
is-
mix. She was listening then. That's why I asked her to leave.
I see.
I'm entering at this point.
Oh.
He was my daddy too, so we don't have any dragon siblings, do we?
Greetings, Anja. Welcome once again into my office.
Sorry.
what-
You know what? I'm mad. At no particular reason. I'm sorry that
How might I have enraged you?
I'm sorry. Listen, it's just that man has brought us a lot of stuff in our life, and he's dead now.
Oh,
he did.
I was not aware of his passing.
Oh, well, it's okay. Probably most people aren't very sad about it.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
I would have
Oh
to.
no, he's dead.
I would have
I meant
to.
like being sad.
Oh, about being sad.
I would have to do a self-evaluation to fully be aware of my mental state and a level of grief.
You didn't make a baby with him, did you?
I believe that's what she was
Oh no.
saying earlier. Is that correct?
We did indeed sire a
See here.
child. No, they have not been home in quite a while.
Would you like me to find them? Or her?
They-
or them?
They yes.
Do they have multiple?
No.
No.
My my child
Your child.
does not. Yes, they are not. They do not. They have found the binary of male and female to be unsatisfactory for self-expression.
Okay. Uh-huh.
They are a quite skilled musician, and while it was much appreciated here, they felt the word they used in their was constrained here, and so left for greater things. And I am simply concerned. It's they left about a year ago.
Okay. Would you like me to find them and at least check and see if they're all doing okay?
That would be extremely. That would be wonderful. Yes. Their name is Andre. If you require spelling, it is Ondri. If that is relevant.
DRI. Thank you. It might be. Thank you very much. And thank you for your time. We are allowed to stay overnight, correct?
And that would be between you and a purveyor of an inn or tavern. Not with myself.
Okay, you do have an inn? I wasn't sure.
Yes. That would be on the second most village beetle near the tavern.
It would be much preferable for us. Thank you. And if you need us to help you with anything concerning your child or George Quagmire, please let me know. I'm in the process of attempting to clean up his mess.
Yeah, there's a lot of dismantling of the damage that he's done.
To what damage might you
be? Let me guess, he came to you as a wandering bard?
That is indeed how he first approached our
Quenched
settlement.
in the desert thirst.
Yep.
He did not, in fact, carry much water on him.
No.
That's because he was an extremely talented magic practitioner.
Yes, I did find that out multiple times.
And he decided to take that further. He had allied himself with the Gith. And attempted to become a lich. He was also very evil.
Well, I'm aware of a lich, but a Gith, is this a bad thing?
You're probably not too connected with what's going outside the desert, are you?
We tend not to leave the desert, and we're not one of the tribes that directly trades with other settlements. We trade with tribes that trade with settlements. We have found, given with the history of our tribe, we find that avoiding entanglements with other settlements makes life easier.
You might want to especially not want to entangle with anything other than the tribes right now.
We shall continue our current path.
Yes.
That is.
Don't plan on changing that anytime soon.
I did not require this permission, but I appreciate the validation.
So the Gith, and I'm going to basically run down what's happened in the last year and a half now.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm sending to Hong Huzi. It's like, don't worry, it's fine. This lady fucked George. There's a dragon sibling somewhere around here.
And I'm totally finding them.
It's not like, do you mention that she's looking for him?
Yeah.
You just hear, you get Hong Huzi back like, so just scry and leave.
Oh!
I had wanted to meet them in person,
but we can know where they're
that's
at.
only testing the sending.
No.
He's just like, just get them.
Do I have room to scry today? Because I did 2 sendings and a fly.
Scry is a 5th level spell, so
Scry
yeah.
is a 5th level spell.
That's apples and oranges.
Yeah. If you describe them to me, I can find them.
Yes, I would be happy to give you my most accurate description of my child from a year ago. I don't know if that is relevant or
it helps a lot. It really does. It's technically secondhand information, but if I know their name, their age, what they look like, I can probably locate them. I'm sorry, I kind of forget that I'm a wizard and that I can scry.
That is exceptional news.
And then we can go in that direction and find them.
if I were to commence a self-evaluation, I would probably check many of the boxes that relate to jubilation. And so they begin to describe
And at
child.
this point, Alexander is saying his goodbyes and moving back to work with Illidan, because unless she needs me there, 'cause at this point I can't do much to help, as far as I know.
Yeah. This was again, my apologies for not filling out the proper paperwork, but I believe this was a pleasurable conversation, Alexander.
It was.
Not too pleasurable, I hope.
Alexander again nods and says, "We'll find them. That much I can. If they're still alive, we'll find them."
So yeah, you see, they will describe their child, like bit of a shorter dragonborn, only about 6.5 feet tall, little baby.
Little baby dragonborn.
Huh?
A little baby dragonborn.
Little baby bull
this
dragonborn.
might be the youngest of us. This might be the baby of babies.
And kind of like describes kind of what they generally are wearing and carrying.
Okay. Alright. And their name is what?
Andri. Ondri.
Andri. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna get her scrying bag out. like scatter all the stuff across the floor, and then she'll like stand over it, and like her bangles, which are like her arcane focuses, will like glow as she casts scrying to look for Andri.
Okay. What is your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is a 16.
Okay. As you go to scry, you feel rebuffed.
Rebuffed?
Yes. The spell does not go through as you feel. Andri did not consent to the scrying and resisted it.
Oh. Well, you're, I'm gonna look at this dragon lady and be like, well, they're alive because they rejected the scrying.
That is both good and bad news.
There was no consent to it, so they are definitely strong enough to resist it. So are they also a bard?
They are indeed a traveling musician, yes.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Kind of look at you curiously. I wonder why he wanted to make a baby with you, or if it was an accident. Okay, alright, so here's the thing. Like, George had this thing where he wanted to go make babies with really strong ladies to, like, infiltrate or some weird stuff. So, like, my mom, leader of a drow gang, his mom, like, Angel. You...
Oh, are you also a child of George Bogmar?
Yes.
Ah. I see. My apologies. I was not aware of an ulterior motive. I just believed that is what happens when you marry an individual, is you attempt to have children with them.
You married him?
Yes. I suppose I am now technically widowed.
When did you marry him?
Oh, this was a while ago.
What's the last time you saw him?
It has been quite a while.
Oh. Did you like him?
My self-evaluations from that time were indeed quite positive on him. Yes, and I did ask him to marry me, and he did acquiesce. So
you proposed to him? That's so cute.
Is that abnormal? Is that?
Well, what
bad.
normally men propose to women, but you know what? You do you, honey.
Well, as a head of a tribe, I figured that it would. I'm used to taking charge in situations, and I desired to wed him, and so I took charge. I did not realize it would be notable.
No, I mean, that's just very sweet and nice, and I'm sorry you weren't waiting for him, were you?
I had hoped he would return. Yes.
No, he's dead. And
As you
just
have
to
said.
assure you of this, I scryed on him, and he was on another plane being killed by a very, very powerful Lich Queen. I guess he tried to woo the wrong lady this time. And, he never did bring back the milk. I'm really sorry that you liked him.
I do not regret my feelings towards the man known as George Bagmar. He had the highest positive impact on my self-evaluations than any other individual or stimuli, and I will endeavor to keep my memories of our time together as my mind begins to lose its faculties.
Are we talking about the same George Bagmar? Like, are you 100% sure it wasn't a doppelganger or a clone? Like, we're talking about the human man, bard, like, dark hair.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna leave.
Oh, thank you for your time. And as you leave, thinking about this whole conversation, we'll end there.
There's like one last thing, like when Alex leaves,
please.
She's gonna turn and kind of look up to him, and it's like, even when he's dead, I still hate him.
And that's where we'll end tonight's episode of Revenge of the Gith.
No! All that for $5? What?
Woo! That's the power of a donation, folks.
Shit. Just giving us a sibling. Alright. Well, everyone, thank you so much for coming and showing up. Ooh, even the one pun that I do is getting mixed up. It was a great time. I had a fun time. Everyone had a fun time. As far as the channel goes, for the next 7 days, you can see two of us again tomorrow night for some Pathfinder 2e, where it's really just an orc dating sim that zombies happen to be a part of. That's sort of how that entire campaign went. Monday you can catch us for Blades in the Dark, and then right back here next Wednesday for as we finish the halfway point. We're mid-season now into Revenge of the Gith Season 3. Yeah, without further ado, going backwards as we were, please let us know where we can find you on the internet in the next 7 days and all that good stuff. Obadiah.
Hey, yeah, I'm Obadiah on Twitter at Joss Dyson, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/Schnauby, where I stream on Tuesdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And currently I'm streaming Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. We're in the endgame, folks. Now watch those bosses caused me to die many more times than two.
Hi, I'm Ember, otherwise known as Forged King. I normally would be streaming, but my computer cannot handle it anymore, so I'm waiting till I get an upgrade to my graphics card. But yeah, that's it for now. Super fun, guys, as always.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. Hi guys, I am Hope from over at She Games He Games. We are a variety stream over there. Friday nights around 8 p.m. Eastern time, we play Dungeons and Dragons every week. Please feel free to check us out. We have a good time over there. Thanks for having me, as always.
All right, and I'm Robin Shadle. You can find me all over social media, Robin_Shadle. Streaming is going to be on hold for a while because we kind of have to look for and move within 30 days. So finding a new place is taking priority over anything else right now.
Hi, I'm Montana. You can find me at MontanaWhat on Instagram and at MontanaWhat2 on Twitter. I will be playing Mass tomorrow night at 8:30 at Joe Fulgham, where I play Backlash, a superhero team where that's in Vancouver and we fight things. Also, you can check me out on Sunday at Alchemy Theater, where I play Something the Wizard, Tales from the Lost Galaxy, a sci-fi improv show where we're a crew of people. I guess right now we're going to be working with Lord Business from Business Planet 5. So check us out at 7 p.m. on Sunday.
And last but not least, I'm Robbie the GM at Robbie Roland on Twitter. You can find me back here tomorrow night for Lost Tales of Uzoya, our Pathfinder 2e game. And then Saturday evening, you can find me at Nerdly Gaming for an amazing game of Monster Hearts 2, For We Have Sinned. Things are just getting realer and realer and crazier and more dramatic as time goes on. And then Sunday, you can join me and other members of the podcast I am in, Not Quite Heroes, a 5e actual play podcast, at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time for a DrawLookCon online live game. So that's Sunday, June 14th. It's an online con. It was going to be in person, but due to circumstances, of course, it has been canceled. So we're doing an online con. We'll be running a live show. It'll be tons of fun. So go on the Twitters and find us for all that.
All right. And once again, thank you everyone for showing and playing and all that great stuff. It is always fun. And with that, we're going to say hello to my new friend, Coffee Cat Presents, as their crew is playing some Vampire the Masquerade. So, better wave, bye!